Clown and Carno here, and today I've been playing the whole lot of Back for Blood, and I have definitely been enjoying it. Now, that being said, for this video we're gonna be talking about a couple of these new little zombie friends of ours, and we're gonna be kind of going over kind of how we can use them in the PvP sense, as I'm sure some of you have been playing in that swarm mode. I know I definitely have. I've been enjoying the hell out of that. It's just so much fun just going around as a zombie messing with people. It really is just too good. But anyway, the first class of zombies we're going to be talking about, and I know they're not technically called zombies, they're called the ridden or whatever the hell they're called. I can't remember right now. Words are hard. It's very early in the morning for me. Bear with me. And I do apologize for the poor image quality. It's not the best. All right. So bear with me. Now, first on this list, you got the Beefy Boys. These are the real tanks of the game. However, there is another one I kind of like to include in this group. But unfortunately, I think he's technically in a class all his own, and that's the Breakers. But I kind of lump them in with these guys, as they are hefty boys. And they will break down barriers and anything else you put in front of them very easily. Now, as far as these guys go, they are a pain to kill because not only can they act as bullet sponges, it's the fact that most of them, with the exception of this guy right here in the middle, he's got his little pink spot right in the middle of his face, which you will have to shoot if he grabs hold of one of your teammates. It's the only way to get him to let go unless you, I don't know, check a grenade at him. For all these other guys have their little weak points hidden when they're running towards you. Best bet, let them take a swing. If you want to try and, I wouldn't recommend it on higher difficulties, but if you want to try and tank a hit, there you go. Better option, wait for him to start his attack motion and then try to get out of his way. My best bet for you on that one. And then shoot at his pink spot on his shoulder, either from a distance or after he swings. Because these guys can take a hit, but they really don't like you touching their shoulder. Moving on to the next type here, we have the Ogre. Now, the Ogres are, I guess you can call him like a little mini boss in the game, if you can really call him a mini. He is mean, he is big, and he has range. The Ogre has the ability to throw these little meatball projectiles, and you can shoot them and blow them up before they make contact. But dude, even on easy difficulty, these things hurt a lot. Like, they will chunk your health very quickly. Best bet, shoot the meatballs when he throws them. Do not let him get close because he can move relatively quick himself. But these guys, unfortunately, the game decided to throw you into him for like, I think it's like the second level of Act 1. Like, you first in the game, you're still learning how controls and crap work. You know what I mean? And this guy shows up out of the earth, ready to absolutely crush your hopes and dreams. They are not fun. They do have multiple weak points on them. If you do choose to fight them, you do not have to. In any of the levels so far that I've seen, you do have the option to run away. Now, that is going to be a little bit difficult when you're trying to fight off him, get through the obstacles, and all the other ridden zombies that are around him. Because there are always so many. I hate it so much. But there are multiple weak points. I believe there's one on his leg, one right there in the chest, a couple on his back. I think there's one or two on his arm and other leg. So you do have options. You can kill him if you so choose. But even on easy difficulty, he is a bullet sponge. So he's going to take a lot of hits and a lot of explosives to make sure he goes down quickly. But it can be done. Move on to the next one. Oh, the things I could say about this one. Oh, God, I hate these things so much. For those of you who don't know, or have never been able to see it up close, this is a ridden called the Hag. The Hag is an absolute menace to society. I hate this damn thing with a burning passion. Because the Hag doesn't see you. It does not use sight at all. But if it hears you walking, if it hears gunshots, explosions, anything like that, it will come barreling towards you full sprint. And if it gets a hold of you, it eats you, you're done. That's game. You're dead. Yeah, there's no recovery or comebacks from that one. You're just done. And it sucks because if you're on a map where it's like, a lot of forest and trees, like my first encounter with this thing was, it was, in the game, they have these little cards. And if each card's from like the evil side of things has like a different objective or additional kind of buff to the enemy more than anything else. Like armored, tall boys, stuff like that. The worst combo in this game I found so far is this thing with mist. You cannot see very far ahead in front of you. And if this thing's hiding somewhere in the bushes nearby, you are not going to see him until you mistakenly walk past it. God help you if it sees you, or not sees you, hears you, and decides that you look an awful lot like dinner. All right. But as far as weak points on this thing, I have still yet to find one. I'm still working on that. But so far, I haven't found one. Hell, I haven't even killed this thing. There's a bunch of and you can kind of see it right there on the very back of it, that little orange spot. It does have a lot of these little pus sacs on its back. I'm thinking that's its weak point. Haven't been able to test it though because I've only run into it a couple of times. So still working on that. And here's the most misleading thing in the game by far. For those of you who don't know, these are the Beefy Boys, the chunks. And these guys make you hate your life. Now, these guys are, and trying to remember all these names, because each one of these different types is 3 different names. So it's getting a little bit confusing for me, so bear with me. I know what they do. Can't remember names. We have the spewers, and I can't remember the other names. Words are hard. But anyway. So what these guys do is go full kamikaze. At least these ones. They will, or not these ones, sorry, these ones. They will run into your group. They will attempt to blow themselves up with you right next to them, and it hurts. It is not fun. Now, the other part of them is, despite their big size, you can see, these are not small zombies at all. But they are extremely squishy. A couple rounds down range, they're done. It does not take much to kill them. Issue is that is exactly what they want to do. They want to die because then they make you hate your life even more if they didn't kill you with them. So in addition to making themselves explode, so I believe it's this one. It's one that spews the guts everywhere. If you get covered in guts from these guys, it's not a guarantee. If they blow up near you, if it doesn't always get you with guts. But if it covers you in the guts, instant horde. And then you have, the ridden zombies pouring in from every direction. It's not fun. Manageable, but when you're low on ammo, like me and my buddy Mike were the other night, it's not a good time. And these guys, I believe, are the acid spitters. These guys are, I wouldn't say they're the worst of the worst, but they're definitely not fun. When these guys come running at you, they will stop from a distance and they will spew acid all over you. It makes a puddle on the ground too, and you can't do anything. These things just suck. They hurt. They're just not fun. I hate them. But again, as long as you keep your distance, all 3 of these big chunky boys are manageable. Not hard. Now, moving on to the next type. And this is my personal favorite for the swarm mode. I love using these guys. You got the little stingers, and then you got his little companions over here. So, obviously, if you haven't played the campaign, you probably have seen at least a couple of these variants, if not all 3. So, my personal favorite is the stinger. this old girl right here on the end. I love playing with her in the PvP mode because then I can just fire people from across the map. And these things get damage and they get range. But they are absolutely glass cannons. They cannot take a hit to save their life. So stay out of sight and stay out of line of fire. Only way you're going to be able to survive. Now, these guys aren't too bad when you're in the campaign. They're really not. They're pretty easy to manage. However, its two companions, on the other hand, are not fun. So, talking about this little guy right here, if you see one with a pink brain and it's near you, you need to unalive it again, or you need to get the hell out of there. Because this guy will come up, he will grab you, and then he will try to take you away. And in campaign, it's not that bad. But if you're in in swarm mode, doing the PvP thing, especially on a level like Gravel Pit, where if there's a big body of water, he will grab you near that edge of the water. They will wait. I actually had a guy, he literally baited me in. I went to go revive a teammate, didn't see that he was hiding behind the wall up top. I went to go revive a teammate. He dropped down from the wall, grabbed me, and then dragged me into the water. Instantly dead. I was like, are you serious with this? This is some bull crap. But it was smart. I'll give him that. It was very smart. Very tactical. And then this guy right here, he will literally spew what I can only describe as the most unholy version of Spider-Man's webs at you. It looks disgusting. But he fires these webs. It gets you stuck and you cannot get away except for, I believe, what's his name? Evangelo, I think his name is, has an ability that he can actually shake himself free. But otherwise, if you do not have a teammate near you, you're done. That's it. You're stuck there. All the ridden can just beat the hell out of you until you're dead. Dunzo. Not a good time. But these two right here can melee. This girl over here on the end, at least for the horde mode, cannot. But anyway, I know this video is a little bit, well, let's be honest here. This video was a lot bit. Leaving much to be desired. I explain as much as I could, but you know how it is. I'm still relatively new at this. We're going through the motions. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it was a little bit kind of crappy on the image quality. Trust me, I know. I looked through this and I cringed a little bit too. But we're getting there. We're getting better. Yeah, anyway, hope you guys liked the video. Hope y'all do decide to join me on Twitch. I'll leave a link in the description below. And I'll be seeing y'all next time. Bye.